feel like Hermione Granger with my hair. My hair is being a bit wild today. Now, Tobias Wolff is an American author, one of my favorite authors. I love this book so much. I discovered it in high school in Barnes & Noble. I was just browsing. I saw it and I thought, oh, this is something I think my literature teacher would love. And I actually bought it for her before reading it. But now I have read it myself and I love it so much. For anybody who loves campus novels, this is a campus novel taking place in the 1960s at an elite prep boarding school for young boys. It centers around a literary competition where different writers come to the school and pieces are selected and you get to meet the writer if your piece is selected. Tobias Wolff doesn't necessarily write in a fractured structure, but his writing definitely feels very much like a memory, very dreamlike, and each section kind of has its own thematic anchor. Because Wolff's writing has a unique structure, and unique structure is what I'm trying to employ in my text, trying out Tobias Wolff's writing routine would be very interesting and exciting. When asked about his day of writing, Tobias Wolff said, "Boring if you're not me. I take a walk or go for a swim, then go to work, eat, take a walk, write, come home. Routine becomes invaluable to writers." So Tobias Wolff often talks about treating writing like it's a job. Obviously he was writing around his normal 9-to-5 for a lot of texts he wrote, but he also said that writing itself has to be disciplined. I think what I really fixated on about Tobias Wolff's routine is that he walks specifically before he writes. So I'm going to be spending these 2 days walking, absorbing kind of the scenery and nature before I write. A survey on the positive effect of walking on creative thinking found that walking actually increases divergent or creative thinking more than it increases logical or convergent thinking. So walking actually enhances your creativity. Now, for the writing part, here's the thing about Tobias Wolff. He was offered a beautiful library room with a great view out the window for his office, but he said that he would prefer studying in the basement. He says, "I have to study in the basement of the university library. All I need is a window to not write." So instead of writing at my desk, I'm going to be writing under my desk. I think sitting under my desk will kind of model that dark space. And when I was younger, I used to like to write a lot like bundled up or kind of like in more closed spaces. So it'll take me back to my writing roots, you know? Ready to start the 2-day Tobias Wolff writing routine. I'll get the dogs. Thank you. I think I underestimated how tight a space this would be. So I'm going to be writing from this corner of my room instead of under my desk because it was just really cramped in there. Hello, 2 days complete. Not back to back because I did spend longer than I intended making this video. I did really enjoy it. I think there are definitely benefits just for your mental health and your mind of going outside, especially being specifically in nature on these walks and doing physical activity. I don't think I was as productive in this routine as the previous one, but that was also probably just due to like life busyness. But I did find that walking increased my creativity. I thought of more scenes or ideas. I really heard my main character's voice a lot while I was looking at nature or sitting in the tree. I also had a breakthrough on my novel while I was, I think it was while I was in the tree. Being in nature and having that quiet, kind of like calming environment, I think was really nice, and I think helped me settle into a creative state, and I definitely think the physical act of walking, of moving forward, also helped my creativity. On the other end of that, I did take quite long walks, and I think that also affected me the other direction, is that I was quite tired afterwards. Like today I spent a lot of time in the sun before writing, and I think that made it more difficult to keep writing or to feel motivated to keep writing when I just felt kind of exhausted from the day. I think in order to fix that, I would probably take shorter walks if I wanted to implement this into my normal writing routine. But the most important thing about writing is not the word count, but it's just showing up. So I do feel like this challenge was good. I feel like it was a success. And yeah, if you need a book to read, Tobias Wolff has some great ones. So yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. Okay. Comment down below which author's writing routine you want me to do next, and I might make a video on it, so it's exciting. Oh, this is so fun. Okay.